exciting,
intellectual,
diverse,
humanity,
open-minded,
tradition,
biology.
I don't know what anthropology is. You know, I tell a lot of people, they ask me what I'm studying at university, I say anthropology and media, and they're all dumbfounded. What's that, you know? So it's something to do with humans.
I know that the official definition, the study of humankind, so our culture, what it is to be human, and where that comes from, and how it's expressed across the world.
Anthropology is the study of science, social science, such as human evolution, culture, why we are the way we are.
And also I think that we always compare it to our own culture and our society. So we always look in comparison to other people's.
How to experience life in another culture and what you should take from it and how you should approach the people there.
I said it's amazing how anthropology as itself ties into everything that we do in our everyday lives, because that's what it is to study of, really.
I often speak to my students about anthropology and my experience of it at degree level, and most of them are usually very excited about some of the things I tell them about my own experience. I think in terms of benefits, I just think anthropology is such a broad subject. It would give them such an amazing foundation. I think unless you've experienced anthropology, it's hard to really say what it's like.
I picked it due to me not having any previous knowledge of what the course was, compared to psychology where I had some brief knowledge. Anthropology appealed to me more because it seemed, it sort of seemed to link in more with like, my passion for history and stuff, as just the study of humans, so you can relate that to the way people behave in history.
Anthropology is something I've just got into in the last 6 months, and even at my own college I didn't even know that there was an IB that did anthropology. But to do an IB, you'd have to do a language and go into sciences and maths, and that's not really what I want to do. So I think anthropology as an A-level is a great idea, and if I could go back like next year and if it was on, I would definitely have done it.
Because not only is it interesting in its own right, it's also helped just the basic skills you use in anthropology, like reading through the ethnographies, as self-developed skills for like English and history, because some ethnographies are so dense it requires a deeper level of reading to understand.
And how anthropology touches on all those different aspects and all those different things that make a person, or a culture, or a society.
For me, I'm looking for a broad range degree that will incorporate all my subjects at A-level, and this incorporates arts and humanities, and it's something I'm very interested in.
What I like about it is the amount of subfields there are. If there is anthropology and art is something I don't know that much about it, but it seems an area I'd love to look into, explore a bit.
I quite like shamanism. It's very interesting.
So it's fascinating to use the skills you've learned of observation and maybe just briefly use them in your everyday life to pick up on things that you possibly wouldn't have noticed previously.
If you go to another culture and you see how they act, you might perceive it as being rude. But if you actually understand how they act and why they do things, then it's like you see it from a different viewpoint. It's not rude to them; it's just how they are.
Well, not only does it make you less ignorant to the world around you and help you understand their cultures more, and what obviously in a quite loose sense prevent possible conflict, it also helps you understand your own culture more. And you can learn things about your own culture that you may not have been aware of before, which can only enhance your understanding of the world and make it more enjoyable for you, because you can see things not in such a linear fashion. You can see the hidden reasons and hidden depths behind just everyday actions you take for granted.